There's a strange moment in every man's story with a woman when she starts pulling back, acting distant, and questioning everything about you without saying a word. You feel it in her tone, the way she looks at you, the way her texts go from warm to cold. And your first thought? She's losing interest. But what if I told you she's not pulling away because she doesn't like you? She's doing it to see if your energy can handle hers. Because here's the truth. A woman can be deeply attracted to you, yet test you to see if your confidence is real or just an act. She doesn't want to break you. She wants to feel you. She wants to know if your presence is strong enough to make her trust you. She's not testing you to confuse you. She's testing you to understand if your soul is grounded or just pretending to be. 1. The first test, emotional control. It always starts in small ways. She doesn't just come out and say, I'm testing you. No, it's subtle. She might take longer to reply, cancel plans last minute, or suddenly seem cold for no reason. It throws you off, right? You start wondering what you did wrong. Maybe she's losing interest. Maybe she's talking to someone else. But in most cases, she's doing something far simpler. She's watching how you handle yourself when things stop going your way. Women, especially the emotionally intelligent ones, read energy better than words. They can sense the slightest change in tone, body language, even silence. So when she switches up her behavior, it's not always about losing attraction. It's about checking if your confidence is real or fragile. See, any guy can be calm when everything's easy, but real composure shows when something feels off. She's not testing to hurt you, she's testing to feel safe. A woman wants to know that if she opens her heart to you, she's not stepping into chaos. If your calm breaks the moment her mood shifts, she'll sense it, and she'll pull back even more. Now here's what separates the grounded men from the reactive ones. The grounded man doesn't chase explanations. He doesn't overthink, overtext, or overtalk. He stays steady. He knows that silence isn't rejection, it's observation. When you keep your cool, when you stay kind but firm, she feels something shift inside her. It's not arrogance, it's masculine calm. That calm tells her, you can bring your emotions here and I won't lose myself trying to manage them. That's what real security feels like to a woman. She'll notice it. She'll even test it again, harder this time, just to be sure. But if your peace stays unshaken, that's when she starts to relax. So when she suddenly acts distant or moody, don't panic. Don't take it personal, just breathe. Keep your composure, your purpose, your balance, because what she's really asking isn't, will you chase me? It's, can you handle me when I'm not perfect? And when your energy answers with calm strength instead of fear, she knows you're not just another man trying to impress her, you're a man she can trust with her chaos. 2. The second test, attention versus obsession. There's a fine line between showing interest and losing yourself in it. Women can feel it instantly. At some point, she'll test how well you walk that line. She'll do it in ways that seem confusing. Maybe she mentions another guy. Maybe she becomes distant after you give her more attention. Or she suddenly acts like your presence doesn't matter. But here's the thing, she's not always doing this to mess with your head. She's doing it to read your energy. She wants to see if your attention comes from confidence or desperation. A woman can sense when you're giving her attention because you want her versus when you're giving it because you're scared to lose her. It's a big difference. One feels like admiration, the other feels like control. And when it turns into control, even subtle, she starts to pull away. You see, most men think attention equals attraction, but too much attention too fast tells her something else, that you don't have boundaries, that your focus is not balanced. A man who drops everything for her doesn't seem strong, he seems lost. The men who make women crave them back aren't cold, they're centered. They know how to give her attention, but they also know how to pull back and focus on their own lane. They show they care, but they don't chase. They listen, but they don't beg. That balance is what pulls her in deeper. When your energy says, I like you, but I don't need you, she feels both curious and safe. Curious because she can't fully figure you out. Safe because your energy doesn't demand or rush her. It's grounded, it's steady. So when she flirts with distance, don't match it with panic, match it with peace. When she tries to make you jealous, don't react, just smile, because you're not in competition, you're in control. That calm attention where you notice her but don't lose yourself, that's what drives her wild. Not obsession, not chasing, but quiet confidence. 3. The third test, patience under pressure. There comes a point where she slows things down and she wants to see how you handle it. Maybe she says she needs space. Maybe she starts taking her time to reply. Maybe she tells you she's not ready for something serious. Most guys hear that and start pushing harder, saying all the right things, trying to fix her emotions, but that's not what she wants. She's testing your timing. She wants to see if your patience is real or just another trick to get her. When a woman says she needs space, she doesn't always mean she's done. She's watching if you can stay calm in the uncertainty. Can you wait without losing your cool? Can you respect her pace without assuming it's rejection? Because when you rush, when you try to convince her, what she feels is pressure. And pressure kills attraction faster than silence ever could. Patience, though. Patience is power. It's quiet strength. It's your ability to hold space for her emotions without trying to fix them. When you give her that time, air, stillness, something shifts in her. She starts feeling safe again. That's when her guard drops. Not because you convinced her, but because you didn't. So the next time a woman slows things down, don't chase her energy. Ground yours. Don't rush to prove your worth. Stay steady in it, because she's not asking for perfection. She's asking for peace. And the man who can stay patient under pressure, that's the man who never has to beg for her attention again. 4. The fourth test. Silence. This one breaks most men. The silence test. She goes quiet. No texts, no calls, no effort. You start overthinking everything. Did I say something wrong? Is she done? Should I message her again? But before you hit send, stop for a second. She's not always trying to disappear. Sometimes she's just trying to feel your energy without words. Silence is where she learns who you really are. Anyone can act strong when things are loud, but silence, that's where your inner voice shows. If you panic, blow up her phone, or try to fix what isn't broken, she'll sense fear. She'll know your calm was never real. But when you hold your energy, when you stay still, calm, focused, that silence starts speaking for you. She starts thinking about you again. She replays moments in her head, wondering why you didn't react, why you didn't chase. That mystery, that's power. See, silence doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing the right thing, staying grounded, improving yourself, keeping your peace. Let your energy talk louder than your words. Because when she finally breaks that silence, and she will, the way you handled it will tell her everything. If you were patient and calm, her attraction will rise. If you were needy or emotional, it fades. So next time she goes silent, let her. Smile, breathe, stay grounded. You're not losing her. You're showing her that your presence isn't dependent on her attention. And that kind of strength, it always gets noticed. 5. The fifth test, respect. This is the final and most defining test, respect. At some point, she'll cross a line. Not because she wants to, but because she wants to see if you will. Maybe she talks down to you, maybe she mocks your effort, maybe she flirts with disrespect. Most men ignore it just to keep the peace. But what they don't realize is, peace built on disrespect never lasts. A woman can only trust a man she respects, and she can only respect a man who respects himself. When she pushes your boundaries, she's not always looking for a fight. She's looking for reassurance. She wants to know that you'll stand for something, because if you can't stand up to her, how will you stand up for her? The right response isn't yelling, insulting, or playing games. It's calm firmness. It's looking her in the eye and saying, "That's not okay," without anger, without ego. That's what gets her attention. When you walk away from what disrespects you, not in anger, but in peace, that's when she starts seeing your worth differently, because you've shown her that your love isn't desperate. It's controlled, mature, real. And in that moment, something changes. She may act defensive at first, but deep down she'll feel it, relief. Relief that she finally met a man whose energy can't be shaken by fear of losing her. Respect ends the testing, because when a man respects himself fully, a woman no longer feels the need to test if he's real. She knows. And that's when she stops challenging your energy and starts trusting it. So the next time you feel her pulling away, don't panic, don't chase, just observe. Because sometimes she's not testing your patience, she's testing your presence. She wants to know if your energy can hold its shape when she pushes, when she questions, when she doubts. That's how women fall deeper, not through constant attention, but through consistent peace. She doesn't need a man who reacts to everything. She needs one who understands when to speak, when to stay silent, and when to simply be. Because when your energy feels safe and she surrenders naturally, not out of weakness, but because she trusts that your calm won't break when her emotions rise. So stay steady, stay still, be kind but firm, warm but grounded, because the truth is, she doesn't want a perfect man. She wants a man whose energy doesn't shift every time life does. And if you can be that man, the one who stays calm when tested, patient when challenged, and peaceful when ignored, you won't just attract her, you'll earn her respect. And that right there is the real secret most men never learn. If this video spoke to you, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And if you've been through one of these energy tests, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Remember, she's not testing you to hurt you. She's testing you to see if your peace is real, and that is where attraction truly begins.